No, I had to move recently. I hired a man in a van. I don't know if you've done this. It's a great deal. It's a great deal. What happens is you phone up and you ask for a man in a van, and then they send you a massive bell end in a van. That's how... I knew it was a bell end before he got there, right? I phoned him because he was late. He said, yeah, I'm just going down the high street, right? Just going past that bookshop. Waterspoons. That is not its name. What you've done there is confused two very different levels of shop. Where am I? Kentucky Fried Specsavers, actually, yeah. Do you want to meet at W.H. Greg's? It was worse when he turned up, he said, oh, I am knackered. And I thought, well, it's not going to improve anytime soon. I said, why are you knackered? He said, oh, well, I've got a new girlfriend and we're up all night because we're making a home porno. That is not an opening gambit. What am I meant to do with that? All you've done there is make me feel very awkward. So now I know we've got nothing in common. I mean, I would never make a home porno. I wouldn't, because I don't like hearing my voice played back to me. Let alone when I'm panting and apologising. It's one of those macho guys, you know, the kind of people that are so macho, the kind of people that get your name wrong but say it with such confidence you start to question yourself. Go and get that chest of drawers, will you, Greg? Am I called Greg? At one point he called me G-Dog. I said, it's Greg. It isn't Greg. It's terrifying, man. I scare easily as well. I try and avoid it, but occasionally you get tricked into it. I went to see that film, The Woman in Black. I thought that won't be scary. I mean, The Woman in Black, yeah. You know, I've seen one of them before. I can deal with it, right? Turns out The Woman in Black is a ghost that kills children. That is what the fucking film should be called. The ghost that kills children. The fact she's wearing black is neither here nor fucking there. If you were describing her to a mate, you wouldn't go, you remember Sandra, what was she like? Well, the main thing was she wore black. Anything else? Yeah, she walks through walls and murders children, yeah. It's like going, oh, you remember Peter, don't you? He wears green. No. He flies around Neverland fighting pirates. I mean, for fuck's sake. Do you remember Tony with the red neckerchief? No. Tiger loves Frosties. I mean, come on. This man in a van, terrifying man, this man in a van, and he'd say mental things, but because I was scared of him, I couldn't laugh. That was the worst. He was saying, I said, oh, do you always work alone, right? This is what he said. He said, oh, no, I've got a mate who sometimes works with me, but he broke his foot recently when he dropped an anvil on it. An anvil? I'd never even seen one of them in real life. I mean, who's your mate? Wile E. Coyote? I expect him to say, yeah, he did try to drive here today, but sadly he drove into a rock that someone had drawn a tunnel on. We're all having to carry stuff, and we're like in a group, and I'm terrible at carrying in a group, so I'm one of those people, and there'll be quite a few of you here tonight that are like me, where I think I'm helping, but halfway round, whatever the object, I will realise I'm taking absolutely none of the weight. It's making no difference at all. We can't start taking the weight, because then I know we weren't taking the weight in the first place. Can't just walk away. So in the end, you spend your day miming, carrying a variety of objects. It's going, bloody hell, this piano's heavy, I imagine. I've got no fucking clue. But the worst was, like, me and him got in his van to drive the stuff. It's just me and him. And he was basically on heat, right? Because this was when he decided he was going to wind down his window and start shouting his chat-up line at girls, right? It's a good one. You might want to try it yourself, right? It was a good one, right? It was hey, love, do you want to get in my van? No takers. And it was awkward because they were offended. It looked like I was his mate. I wanted to lean across and go, just so you know, I don't know this guy. But I thought, A, that'll create an awkwardness between us, and B, it'll look like I was someone who responded to his invitation 5 minutes ago. I mean, that is not how you meet women, is it? I mean, I don't know how you do, but I know that is not. I was working on my core strength. You've been working out, not just sleeping on a single bed, I'm ripped.